Saturday night in Las Vegas as we continue with the Continental Cup. Rattle, squirt, little bit more, away it goes. World Championship for Canada. They are the 2016 World Champions. Sweden is your men's World Curling Champion. They are the 2015 World Champions. Both Kevin Cooey, Nicholas Edin know what it's like to rule the world. Tonight, Las Vegas is the stage. Two of the world's very best ready to battle. Who will reign supreme at the Continental Cup? As we look down on the strip here in Las Vegas, light rain is in the area, so we'll have to keep our eye on the ice one more time, looking for some frost. This afternoon, it was more team play. Satsuki Fujisawa, the silver medalist from last year's Worlds in Swift Current, playing the gold medal winner, Jennifer Jones, and in the fourth, Jones really on her game. Fujisawa was not, as Jones goes on to the win. 8-2. In fact, it was a clean sweep for North American teams as they pick up the 3 points and extend their lead now to 7, heading into more team play tonight here in Las Vegas. As on this Saturday evening, we say hello, Canada. Welcome back to the Orleans Arena. Cheryl Russell alongside. Good one coming up. Cooey against Nicholas Edin, and Edin, look, last year admitted he was tired. He played so much by the time he got to the Worlds. Didn't have a great World Championship in Basel, but now he is #1 again with a bullet.
Well, it certainly is, and the advantage with this young team is their hitting ability. They're a world-class hitting team, but last year with the directional brushing, everybody was world-class, so the advantage was gone for this young team from Sweden. This year, we're back to traditional heads, and you have no choice to win at this level. You have absolutely no choice to throw it pure. That's what they do. They've won 5 times. They're #1 in the world, and if they can get the angles up early in front of the rings, they can do that against Cooey too.
Kevin Cooey, by his own admission, Cheryl, says they haven't been playing very well. And listen, you may say that the edge is off because they already have their spot in the curling trials next December. They already have their spot, Team Canada, at the Brier. So it's fair to say, hey, maybe there isn't enough to play for.
No, and I think you saw that as we talked about halfway through the first part of the season. But now it's like a switch went off. All of a sudden you can see them. They're out there. I even noticed, Ben, in the very first game, the intensity and the passion and the sweeping. And now they're all sitting in the #1 position in stats. So I think it's their turn to get on that roll and start looking towards the Brier.
When we come back, looking forward to it, a Saturday night in Vegas. It is Cooey and Edin from the Orleans.
The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada, by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice, and by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
Little pregame high fives with Coach Rick Lang, Captain Deb McCormick, Team North America. Here are the other games on the ice. Thomas Ulsrud will go against Reed Carruthers. The reigning women's world champion, Binia Felcher, against Jamie Sinclair of the U.S. High Performance Program in Blaine, Minnesota. Time to meet the teams in our feature game is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. They hail from Karlstad, Sweden, skipped by 31-year-old Nicholas Edin with Christopher Sundgren. The new face is at second. That is Rasmus Vrano and Oscar Eriksson, the third stone. The reigning men's world champions out of the Glencoe Club in Calgary, skipped by now. Belated happy birthday to Kevin Cooey. Mark Kennedy, Brent Lang, and Ben Hebert round out this world championship side. Cooey getting ready to take his place as he will be throwing first. It was and is Nicholas Edin that has won the last rock. And so he will play the Yellowstones and have the hammer, Kevin Cooey, the red, as he makes his way out. And you were mentioning about Ben Hebert as we watched the team take their slides. Ben, I thought earlier in the week in the team play, and also particularly in the doubles, just seemed to dial it up, as if they were saying, you're right, time, boys, to put the concentration caps on. The Brier, the Worlds, and of course the Trials are coming.
I'm sure that's by design, and it kind of leads the team that direction too. I can feel them saying enough is enough.
Hard mark. Of course, Ben, the gold medal winner from Vancouver with Kevin Martin.
Whoa! What's up there?
Just missed the line.
Tight?
And he puts it in.
Ben's gotten so used to, he's had so much success at such a young age, he's gotten so used to winning that he wouldn't enjoy not winning or having a, you know, and they haven't even had that bad of a season. It's just been a little less than what they're normally used to, and he wouldn't like it.
The bar's pretty high with this team,
It
and
is.
you're right, and we all both know Ben quite well, and impatience comes to mind when they're not winning.
Well, he was angry when they lost the draw to the button, and the scoreboard took a bit of a beating with his brush, so he's already into this one.
Lots of room.
You have to like the intensity. You have to want it to be successful at this level.
Got to curl a ton, Brent.
When that corner went up and
Nice and
is
tight,
very,
buddy.
very wide,
Nice and tight, though.
covering
Yep.
the 12.
Yep, hard. Keep it going, boys.
We don't.
Keep going. Keep going.
Well, you have to
Keep it
think
going,
you
bud.
never want to
Good job,
give a
guys.
team like this an edge either for either of them, because they could play each other in a Worlds or an Olympics, and so
sure.
these are big games. They matter.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game. We'll start with Nicholas Edin.
Well, Mark Kennedy is 14% ahead of Oscar at the third position, so it's all about an Oscar-winning performance, or Edin's not going to win this game. No chance at all. Get the rocks in the right spot, win those angles.
You even chuckled at your own stuff. That's really good.
Someone has to.
That's right. And for Kevin Cooey.
Well, I think, you know, we talked a little bit about Ben, but it is the front end. When they're on their game, they can put incredible pressure on this other team, and it's just the intensity. But both Brent and Ben with their shot making, the angle set up, and I think you got to start now drawing on kind of the memory and the feelings of that last year's World Championships.
Keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
I don't think that's good right
I gotta say though, I'm a little disappointed in you, Cheryl, not coming up with anything better than those.
Yeah,
two.
come on. Yeah.
Mine's good, guys.
I know.
1-0 for me.
You're taking one for that.
Keep her going, bury it.
Taking it around and trying to drag it as far as they can, and not far enough.
We haven't been on, we haven't watched the sheet as much as certainly sheet A, and major curl here to start with. Both turns. Corner guard curled a lot for Team World, and the first shot Ben threw over curled by about 18 inches. Keep an eye on that.
So this is the new face, 22-year-old Rasmus Vrano, two-time Swedish junior champion. He lost in the World Junior Final to Brendan Botcher in 2014. And the people who have seen him and watched him develop as a junior say he is very good, very talented, particularly with the upweight. But we'll also keep an eye on this ice. As I say, rain has returned. Not heavy, but enough to raise the humidity in an arena in a city that doesn't have very much humidity, not in the wintertime anyway.
Well, these players have had to, you know, adjust back and forth from the beginning of the event. The ice, you know, there wasn't any humidity, and so the ice was running pretty good. They had a little glitch in the middle where there was a lot more frost, and now it's back to what it had been with a little bit of frost.
I was lucky enough to play with Wayne Madoff for quite a few years, and his story was go at the other team right away when the ice conditions are at their best. And I think tonight is very appropriate. It could be the exact same situation here, Vic. Whoever gets the lead here gets that little edge. Should have a chance to hang on, because the team that's behind will have to play a lot of finesse shots.
I thought that was a great truism of the game. Just that's when it's the best. Why are you waiting?
Forward! Forward!
Okay.
And pushes it through to control that area just at the top of the 12.
Just rip it.
How thin?
Half.
Okay.
Remember now that it is Team World, it is Nicholas Edin. It does have last rock here in this first. All these games are worth a point. If you're just joining us on this Saturday evening, we play 8 ends. We do not break the ties. So if they should be tied at the end of the game, we'd just split the point. In fact, that's what happened with Kevin Cooey in his opener on Thursday morning. He tied Thomas Ulsrud. And so they each took a half point.
Another double made look easy by Mark Kennedy. Arguably one of the best thirds that's ever played the sport, but he had to roll out to do it. So a free try to get around the corner here.
Be a bit of a guess. It's more on a shot like this as the sweeper's being aware as it starts to curl when it's going to come down, kind of anticipating.
I have to think.
So this is the last of the team matches. And then tomorrow we'll turn our attention to 2 draws of skins games. And you can see 30 points will be available there. So a total of 60, first to 30.5 wins it. Last year, of course, it was a 1-point win by Team North America.
Yep, yep. Easy, easy, easy. Whoa! Yep. Whoa!
Okay. Making sure out there.
Good throw, Mark.
Seeing things pretty Team clear, Japan, this afternoon, where they just assumed it would grab the snow and curl, and there's not enough frost built up yet. They just guessed wrong on the brushing there. Take another 8 inches of ice this time around for Oscar. So much finish here. We talk about it a lot, but there's more in this event than I think I've ever seen. Certainly at the Briar or Scotties. A little bit more finish.
Kommer mycket nu. Helt perfekt linje. Topp 12.
You need to be by this guard by at least 1.5 feet like that. Even that might overcurl a little.
And he wraps it around, and you're right, it does peak out the other side. You know, there was an argument at one time, and I think some legitimacy to it, that too much curl favored Canadian teams in particular, Americans, yes, if they played, because the Europeans never got it. And there was a directive to say, hey, 4.5, 5 feet, that's enough. I still think maybe that's enough. But the European teams are now used to it, acclimated, so they'll handle it too.
Doesn't have quite as much of it this as Mark had, but at least had a chance to see this spot down this left side.
But look at this, just enough, and that will tell you that the houses haven't built up any frost, because last night a glancing little hit like that, and that stone may have gotten to the back 8, but that goes all the way out.
Hopefully it lasts like this with a little sprinkle of rain. And, you know, the crowd gets a little bit damp. They come in. That's a lot of moisture in this building.
Keep that in mind. If anything, when he threw it, I was going to be ready to sweep if it curled, but went the other way.
Coming off a 3rd straight European title. 5 in total. The last was in December in Glasgow.
Topp 4, 10. Topp 4, 10. 10. 10.
Trying to keep it as high as possible, otherwise it'll overcurl again.
There it goes.
Incredible.
You ripping it or trying to nose?
Same thing.
It's fall hård. Så.
We're just ripping it, aren't we, Kev?
Jag tänkte skrika i början, jag kände jag fick inte riktigt ut den.
Same Troku.
Just not worth the risk when you do not have last rock. If you throw soft weight, you tick that guard, it could go into the rings. It's a free draw for 3. So Kevin's just going to make this go away.
Yeah, if the guard was a little higher or this had a little bit more swing to it, you could maybe try to get the roll behind for the force, but as you said, not worth the risk.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, clean. Clean.
Nice throw, Kev. Really good. Oh, sorry, Mark. It's a bad end by me, man. Personal should get not really. The difference in practice for those spots is huge.
And through it goes. Playing in the first. Keeping our eye now on this one, we've seen Finja Felcher, the reigning women's world champion out of Switzerland, as she plays Jamie Sinclair with last rock. Opportunity to score a couple. There is a stone at the 3 o'clock position in the 12-foot. Hit stick for 2, and that'll do. And a quick lead for Sinclair and her team out of the U.S. High Performance Program in Blaine, Minnesota. All right, let's just go back a couple of months. The European Curling Championship in Glasgow. And for the 4th time in the last 6 years, the final featured Nicholas Edin and Thomas Ulsrud from Norway. We're tied at 2 in the 9th. Sweden with a chance for their first deuce of the game. Edin played a soft weight bump to remove the Norwegian stone, scored 2 to take a 5-3 lead. Ulsrud then scored 2 in 10 to force the extra. So in the 11th, Sweden with the last rock. And Nicholas Edin needs to draw the 4-foot, and he does just that, stopping in time for the win. And for Team Sweden, a 3rd straight European title. And for Skip Nicholas Edin, an incredible 5th European gold medal at just 31 years of age. It is a remarkable career for Nicholas Edin. 2 Olympic bronze medals, of course. What he does not have, however, is that Olympic gold. That's what everyone is gearing up for. Just over a year from now in Korea, as we welcome you back to the Orleans Arena here in Las Vegas on this Saturday night. A blank in the first means that Edin will once again have the last rock. He has the hammer playing the yellow stones against the reigning men's world champion, Kevin Cooley.
Benny hasn't been able to get them lined up so far. An over curl with his first one last end, and his second one didn't curl as much here again, so I'm starting to think that second one's a little straighter. Not a good spot for that rocker either, because it's really a corner guard for Team Edin.
Känns som en 10 upp. Ja. Oh. Känns 10 upp. 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 Oh. Oh.
Vet vad mycket du kallar det.
Svårt att se.
Alltså det är fan 6 decikal liksom på den här farten.
Well, we just saw Thomas Ulsrud as he lost that European final to Nicholas Edin, but on the ice tonight against Reid Carruthers, coming off his Canada Cup win and earning a spot into the curling trials next December in Ottawa. So Ulsrud with the last rock.
Hard!
World champion from Beijing in 2014. And well done, hangs it on the edge to score a couple.
Great brushing to hold the line on that. Just goes so hard to the wings.
Soft?
I would have just said a sliver tight. Jag såg ut det var en del i släppet ändå. Jag var lite ute.
Gärna hålla igång. Bra fart. Gärna hålla igång den här tajta hållet. Topp 8, topp 4. Risk att vi lämnar dubbel. Bra linje. Kan stanna om ni vill. Behöver Ek, vänta. Ja, vänta då. Topp 8.
You want the buried rock higher than the one that's wide open, obviously, to stop the double. Very nice.
Ollie.
Sure it does.
I like that too. Throw the one I just saw. See if I'll.
Kevin will try and roll this a little bit over to the left. Try and group the stones, so it might give an opportunity for a double if Edin leaves it there.
Not close to the same throw. Roll. Watch it roll, Benny. Stay close.
And rolls too far. Leaves the shot rock, still top edge of the 8 and tucked in behind that corner guard.
And that's just helping Nicholas, so they'll go to the open side now.
Behöver samma, i alla fall samma eller en meter till, men spelar
You
du
can see
samma
the problem if Kui comes down with the outturn, tries to get that yellow one, there's a good chance he'll hang on to that back red.
Hårdare ut. Bakom till. Ställ att den är minst mitt 12 fot bara.
Bra sop. Fint. Bra sop. Härligt taget.
Härligt. Don't mind trying this.
I'll stand up.
Too late now.
Well, then you don't have. You can't take a run at the double anyway, though, with that red one there.
Well, he might.
It's too late now, Ben. Oh, fucking too late. If you make it, he's gonna make a good shot still.
He just has to draw over there anywhere, and we can't do anything. You hit and roll. Control. Yep.
Normal.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, we're normal. Good mark.
Oh boy.
Team Edin brushed that last yellow one in turn draw back a long way for this same reason. A couple of nose hit, there's still no double. So there's nothing Kevin Kui can do, is just hit and hope, hang around and hope there's an error here.
Håll igång!
Hit upp kanske, 10-0.
Ja! Ja! Hårt! Ja! Hårt! Ja. Man nästan kan suga fast med
Starting to inch their way over there.
Passa lite liksom så att ni inte råkar vara i den.
Ja.
Bra där.
Det går inte alls att lägga samma tryck. Nej.
You also have to be careful too. If Mark rolls to the button, you might see Team Edin hit and roll buried.
Yep. Easy. Oh, easy. Same way.
Mark Kennedy.
Whoa.
Anything, Ben? A little bit.
Hard.
Hard, Benny. Shot.
Which way do you go? To try the roll.
Gillar ni den nu?
You roll buried, Kui freezes, takes everything away.
Ja, 5 cent gör den bakom cornern. Ja.
Well, but it's isn't it your best chance to score more than 2?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So are you happy with 2, or do you take the risk of getting nothing, getting 1 by trying for the 3? It's all about the odds, isn't it?
I think 2 is huge against this Kui team. I would hate to ever not roll enough, and the freeze is made by Kevin.
Especially when it's 0-0. If he was down 1, maybe you'd push it for a 3. But
sure.
Get the 2 here. There's only 6 ends left.
Juckare. Ja. Håll igång. Ja. Hårt.
Sundgren and Vrano picking up Oscar Eriksson. And he'll leave it right there.
Control. Try and make that roll.
Now this is your chance for Kevin. It's high enough.
Kev, normal?
Heavy control.
Släppa upp mig. Kändes inte som att han hade vicka.
Haven't seen that one from Oscar down here, so you'd have a pretty good idea.
Normal, little big.
A little up, as you saw. Not a thing from Hebert and Lang, all on its own. He'll roll it away.
Oh man, were they lucky, because it rolls a hair farther.
You know what Nicholas is doing.
Right, he's going right around that guard. There's another example of speed control. Kevin's not going to be far off the broom, especially Kevin Cooey, but he overthrew that.
Känns som jag håller ens upp ner här.
Ja, gör
det. Lite.
Det spelar nästan ingen roll vart vi vickar nu, så kan han inte komma ur tvåan ändå. Så länge vi ligger bättre än med vänstra. 10-0 ungefär.
Ja.
Yep. Throw forward.
Former world junior champion.
Stop.
He won it in Trois-Rivières back in 2004.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, Jamie Sinclair is giving the reigning women's world champion an early lesson.
Well, she has been. You just had to play blank and try and carry hammer and see if she can get something set up next end.
There's only one miss last in the first end, and Jamie controlled the two, never missed a shot. They made 4 or 5 hit and stays in a row.
The U.S. high performance program trying to develop some younger teams, bring them along. And Sinclair, who is a dual citizen, getting the call and electing to go into that program.
Boy, that wasn't Kevin's best throw either.
And you can see it on his face, can't you? You know, he's not very happy with his performance right now.
That's typically is his bread and butter, that high, hard laser, and get the roll.
Team Edin drew the pin, but it was with the other turn, and you can't really do it with that yellow guard in the way. Forced to go the other side.
Bite the white. Draw for 2.
Håll igång, Nick. Glid i bra spår.
Brano. Sundgren heads up, heads down, as they'll nurse this in. And after the blank in 1, Nicholas Edin responds with a couple here in the second. This year marked the 100th anniversary of the Swedish Curling Association, and to mark the occasion, there was one large bonspiel held in Sandviken, Sweden, 190k north of Stockholm. 24 sheets of ice, 25 ice makers, 1.8 kilometers of bumpers, 1,384 stones, 520 players representing 111 teams. Congratulations to the Swedish Curling Association on their 100th anniversary. And Nicholas Edin, one of the association's favorite sons, leads 2-0 here as we welcome you back to the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. Here in the third, it will be Kevin Cooey. It does have last rock. He has the hammer playing the red stones.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
2 centers go up. Ben Hebert went to the corner. Again, a wide corner. And that's around they'll go.
Well, this is the spot we saw with the Dean's team the first time. They kept over curling, over curling.
This time, instead of chasing it and leaving the corner guard with a 2-point lead, they're going to try to do both. Try to make the double.
Sorry. Bra spel. Bra spel. 10.
I think like you have to go in turn. I don't even know if the out turn's possible. Where do we want to go with this, guys? Top 8. Bite the 4. Right?
Get it in there, yeah.
So bite the 4.
Same speed as that one I threw, so I gotta give it 5 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit.
Got some more.
Wait only.
Okay.
Wait close. Hey, Roo.
Top 8.
Line's good.
Top 12. Go ahead. Don't wait for it.
Don't wait, because you know it's going to go.
Anticipation. We've heard that a lot from the sweepers.
And around it goes. And just that little bit. Just back to the,
Good throw, Langer. Sorry.
back to the pinhole by that much.
When you see that curl, that early break, the brushers just go, well, it's curling so much, we must be losing speed, and they just jumped that too soon.
Thomas Ulsrud opened with a couple against Reed Carruthers. And as we look at it, it does appear that that's the yellow stone that is the shot rock. So now they're going to try the angle raise.
Yep, slash in here.
But only with soft weight, Cheryl, because if they ever go red onto red and they disappear, it's a steal of 3.
Take their own.
Reed Carruthers, the team from West St. Paul. Canada Cup winners have looked very impressive. Braden Moskowy calling line. Derek Samagalski calling Hodgson. How's this? How's this? How's this? How's that? Oh! That's the feeling that this team has had and got after that win at the Canada Cup. They truly believe now. I know it's maybe overdone, overused, but they have this feeling that they can compete now with anybody.
Well, sorry, Russ. They really needed it with the 4 of them. I think, you know, individually they've all had some great accomplishments, and they were Briar last year, but just to play in one of the toughest events, the Canada Cup, and win it all, huge boost.
You have to prove it to yourself, don't you? And they did at the Canada Cup, and they are really on a roll. What a great shot.
And again, we talked just about that team, the maturity of it, the growth of it. Braden Moskowy, great line call, settling into that 3rd position after being a junior skip and Canadian junior. And the growth of Colin Hodgson at the lead position. He and Derek Samagalski could easily be compared with any of the best front ends in the game right now.
They've worked hard to get themselves there. They're working with a sports psychologist this year.
That's a big thing. Accept responsibility. If you're going to point the finger, sometimes the finger needs to be pointed at yourself.
Bra linje. Linjen är bra.
Brent Lang got to a spot that it didn't look was possible. The inside, it's a rock that Team Edin can't do anything with. This rock that are coming into the vision here at top button.
13-9 på den så. 13-9, det är ganska lätt där.
We ever feel the guard? Double feel the top 2 boys? Then he bumps. Shows him. Double feel the center and this one here. That one Oscar just threw is going to hurt us. Yeah, that's what I think. What do you think, Brent? Play if we peel. You like the double peel? Is this bad?
It's coming back into here.
Is that awful though? There's a good chance it comes back and does this. Like that one that Oscar just threw is probably going to hurt us. Yeah.
That's everybody's
This is the only
point
way we
to
bring that back.
peel the top two so they can get at that one I circled.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Just a thought. You're right. It could
I
be
see
bad.
it. I see it coming like this, but I don't hate it.
Okay.
It's getting really closed down,
Try to
and
hit like a
you
thin
have to
half
score
again.
here no matter
Or
what.
else you can
The
try
only
and
chance is
Get
to
into
open
the
it up.
hole and just spin it up.
Either one. I like.
Kevin's worries you hit this red one on the,
Well,
or
it's
yellow one on
pretty
thin.
much going in there no
It's
matter
going to come back, maybe even onto their
Hopefully
own
it
red
takes
one.
the top one. It might not, but.
Shot rock right now
this is better.
belongs to Nicholas Edin. That's the yellow
Try to
stone.
hit
Back edge of
half.
the button.
Yeah.
Knowing the angles, it should go right where Mr. Cooey's standing, right through that area, and something good or bad could happen. It's should hit something.
Yep. Whoa. Yes. Hurt.
And he'll get rid of one of his own. And looking at it just quickly, it looks as if, it appears as if the red rock now is shot.
Thicker.
Bad break, but they knew it. That's what Kevin was worried about all along. And if it ticks the yellow, they're good. But
Just grazed it.
Vill man slå och vicka dit på den
Yeah,
eller?
no doubt.
Eller är det onödigt
two
svårt?
problems now, though. You've got that yellow one to worry about at the top, and if they could ever wedge one into the middle there, into that little pocket.
Det här är inte helt lätt att sätta ner säkert.
Or the tap, Cheryl.
Skulle kunna
Yeah, I don't
göra
mind
det
the tap
istället
that.
och Trappa ner en fryst och få en lite gömd där.
Or simply hit it, I guess, dead on. Sit three, take your chances. Don't have to be cute
Jag
with a
kan gilla
2-point
den
lead.
bättre. Få in en lite gömd där bakom och så tappa ner den dit. Ja. Chapp eller lite insida då. Ja. Bak fyra behöver du.
Just trying to tap it and lock it on the back too.
Bit of danger to here, too. If you lined it up wrong, it would be a simple double. Then there could be three red in play.
Rent! Jaså! Bak fyra! Rent, det är bra det. Bak åtta! Kom med! Bak fyra! Måste curla! Curla hela vägen. Måste curla! Raka Niklas! Måste curla, måste curla, måste curla, måste curla.
Snyggt.
Bra.
Or make it perfect.
What a turnaround with Mark's bad break.
Hey, make this. These will probably line up for a double. They got to be a little bit careful, right?
Or do you like this? Maybe try and catch this.
You could, but we have to move our red one or we're dead.
Yeah. No.
And this is the easier way to move the red one. Three quarters?
Yeah. Hit and roll over there.
Hey, you make it really good, and it's not. The yellows are going to be lined up for a double, and we'll be sitting second and third. So
Sure.
Incredible awareness.
I just
And always so positive too.
I know where I don't want to hit it.
Like this end's not over yet, so let's make some of this.
Yellow, yellow under red. The red one's gone, and that's the savior for Nicholas Edin at this point in time. And try to save this rock that's in Mark's hand.
Hard.
Whoa!
Hard.
Mark Kennedy.
Real hard.
Playing.
Hard.
Heaver. Bang, bang. Oh, my.
Oh,
Now they're.
close. Good sweep.
Dean and World are sitting three without. But Kennedy Stone stays in play. Top eight.
A hair thinner. The red one rolls out of the way of that double, and the yellow one on the left would have been gone.
Är det någon mening att garda den då?
So I mentioned that Binia Felcher is getting all she can handle, the women's reigning world champion out of Flims in Switzerland, against Jamie Sinclair, the former Canadian University champion with the Carleton Ravens. Final stone in 3. And they measured, and it was one more for Sinclair, the steal of 1. 3-0 she leads.
They had a lot of room to roll to the left. I'm not sure where they were on that.
That's a lot of weight too.
Då kan vi inte nicka direkt dit i alla fall.
Nästan.
Okej.
Jag tror inte den kommer vara jättehög ändå. Om det blir så lös så kommer den nästan dra ner. 7.
Hålla den här. Jävla mycket. Min som var där, den var nog rätt hård och rätt mycket snudd.
Ja, 5-9. Den drog fan rätt bra ändå. Alltså. Jag räknar med att det kommer köla. Vi kan ju vicka in i egen. Just nu så är det inte soffa, men det är ju helt okej.
If he doesn't get in there, what do you... To kill the 5 or to just kind of bump her back?
We want to make sure we get it back, but probably I'm seeing like a back line sliver high. It's going to be hard to get rid of it.
Ja, ja. Hårt!
Nicholas Edin, first of the skipstones.
Jan, Jan! Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Quite the call there. They left a dangerous rock and play.
No.
I'm just thinking.
Just get that for shot somehow.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I'm a little heavy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm seeing back line as your weight.
Yeah, I'd like to throw the out. But I haven't seen much.
Yeah. We've seen enough here. Oscar just threw his tap here.
Yeah, well, we saw Brent's too.
Yeah.
It runs and runs. I'm thinking middle of 8.
I don't think they're too worried about getting rid of the yellows, even if it's the yellow stops in there. As long as the red stays between them, it can be a very difficult takeout because it'll be guarded. Just almost dead on, Cheryl, might work.
Yeah, you might even
tap freeze.
Yeah, exactly. Get it dead on. You can over curl a little bit. Nose would work.
Oscar just made it too.
A
They
little
know
more
the
than you
spot.
threw, like only a couple feet than you threw.
Yeah. A little surprised they hit that outside one. I know Kevin could have come off it, but could have even guarded there. Cheryl, guard that red, the one they're playing now. Guard it. Take your chances. You're laying 3.
Because there wasn't really anything off the yellows off its own.
I was a little surprised.
Really good chance here for Kevin.
Kevin Cooey, who looked a little frustrated early.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Right off.
Shooter, yep, perfect.
And we'll push it back.
Sorry, boys. I thought we were a little light.
And may not be shot. Doesn't look like it from overhead.
Kevin threw that well. You heard Ben say, I thought we were light, so he was on it and held the line.
Finns det risk att vi lämnar någon kvadruppel? Vi kommer ju ligga här och de ligger lite höjdskillnad, så den går ju ganska lätt så. Trycker vi den för långt och vi ligger här själva, då har han ju in i den. Om vi rullar dit själva och den trycks dit. Men samtidigt,
understanding the situation here, you'd love to come down here with a 2-point lead and kill that rock, but it's so tough to get past this one with any speed. So all they really have to do is understand what a soft shot will do. Just play draw weight. If you move it a little bit, get it into this area, that's great. Even if you don't move it and you stop in here somewhere, Kevin's got his work cut out for him. So maybe a back 4, and that will make it easier to get by that guard.
Ja. Så länge vi ligger liksom high side på den så. Ja. Kommer upp så är den nästan gömd också. Om jag kommer upp 2-3 delar, tappar den lite
Even
där
if
i
you
gömd.
freeze to it and you're not shot, I just don't think Kevin has a lot of options to get in for his second without it being dangerous.
snedfrysen.
So really,
Har vi linjer så
don't
tappar
make this
vi
by
lite
yourself,
grann.
right? Just
Yeah.
T-line out of your hand. The brushers move that back a foot or so,
Tappar
perfect.
för långt och vicka upp framför egen, då kan han stå utsida liksom med slagställningen ut till höger och sen göra den trippen och andra hållet.
Well, it's pretty buried.
Det är jävligt viktigt att de har bra linje. De måste curla upp om vi ska tappa liksom.
Ja.
Men curlar vi upp så då, om vi ligger tjafft, då är det lika bra att tappa så vi får, ligger förening.
You corner freeze it and you pretty much protect your back line
Right,
too.
yeah, that's great. That's great call.
Guard.
Yeah.
Hyfsat, men jag tyckte Oskar var ganska distinkt.
A lot of options.
Lite mindre bara.
Yeah, that might be even better. Corner frozen, as long as you don't bounce too far.
74.
Hålla igång lite.
Final stone for Nicholas
Bra
Edin.
linje!
Bara fart!
Leads 2-0.
4.
We play here in 3.
Bak 8.
Nothing from Sundgren.
4. Bak 4.
Grano.
Oh,
Bak 4. Nästan pris snart.
oh,
Bak 4.
oh.
Wanted to play the freeze. Little rub, little roll, and you're frozen.
Det är så. That's okay.
Well, that's a pretty good plan B.
Throw the appropriate weight, and that's exactly what happened. A lot of good things could happen because of his speed.
You can score if you want to come off the 6.
I don't know, you maybe can't. Maybe not even.
Who's this one? Yeah, you probably do though, because there's a really good chance it touches the 5 a little bit, right? Maybe.
Do you think if you hammer it in the
I
crotch
thought if
it
you
goes?
hammer the crotch, the 8 might go this way,
Yeah, maybe.
but there's a really good chance this happens.
I'm not sure I have room to do that, Mark.
I don't think you can do that. But
That was
I don't
my
s-
first thought. Out turn, try and just miss the
Okay.
guard.
Okay, as long as you don't think it's spinning up.
Oh, I don't think it's ever spinning
Looks like
up to you.
it's. Oh, it has to spin a rock. That one goes a rock. This one goes a rock. It's 2.
I don't see a lot of other options.
I mean, high side is 2 as well, right?
Yeah, you can't hit this
Got a
side.
little lucky there.
Oh, that's a millimeter away from it.
So you're either hitting the crotch and taking a gamble, hitting it on the nose,
Or else just throw like,
or play this.
or else just throw board and nose and give him one.
Yeah, those are your options. But
Well,
No, that's not
I'd
easy.
play it if
if you can
if
score,
I knew I'd get one.
Let's go, boys.
Go, Mark.
I think you're gonna be. Look, it's close. It's close. Your choice.
Let's play it.
You throw the rocket in turn down, hit it thin. Hopefully your shooter sticks there, and then it should kick it over enough, Cheryl. But your shooter might bounce backwards.
Yeah.
Yellow, red, and up.
Kind of come back up.
If it's there, it's a half rock shot, right?
Okay, Coop.
I actually like this.
I do too.
I like this for a number of reasons.
Do you think
He
it's
thinks
there?
he can make it.
Yeah, maybe.
It's his shot. It's his kind of shot, and I think he needs a little bit of a boost here. He could pick their pocket. Right now, they are sitting the one for sure. Final stone. Kennedy calling line. Lang, Hebert, bang, move it. Oh, yes! What a shot! What a shot! If you don't believe me, just watch. How good is that? Bang, get over. Kevin Cooey and the team took a long time deciding on this shot, and one thing to see it, you have to make it.
No kidding, but to see it, a lot of credit too. Half a rock's no big deal, but you had to get the backside of this red one to shoot it dead sideways. Makes it look easy.
For a team that's looking for a little bit of a boost, a little jolt to get them going. Bang. And they'll pick up their first point. Key shot brought to you by Purex. It's Purex or nothing. Now, coming up tomorrow, there'll be no morning draw. We'll join you at 4:30 and 9:30, and it'll be all about the skins games in men's, women's, and mixed. And as we play for majority of the points, 30 points, as we come into this one, North America leading by 7. The team captain for North America is the former world champion, Debbie McCormick of the U.S. She's with Brian.
Vic, thank you, and fans may know Debbie from that championship world title back in 2003. Now, you played as a player in 5 Continental Cups. What's it like now in this role, behind the bench?
Well, it's a totally different role for me. I don't do a lot of coaching or anything, but I'm loving this role. Teams have been great. It's an honor to work with Rick Lang. And I have a lot more respect now for team managers and team coaches for sure.
But we know Rick's just for show, right? You're the real boss?
Oh, yeah, I got to keep him in line.
Tell me about tomorrow. Great schedule. We love watching the skins game. How do you like the chances of the weapons that you have on Team North America?
Yeah, we're really happy with the lineups tomorrow. The matches are pretty much what we were thinking. Kerry versus Japan was a little bit, we weren't really thinking that, but we're super excited with the lineups. And as you know, skins, lots of rocks in play. It's super exciting and a lot of points. So we have a 7-point lead now, and it's a great cushion to have, but we're not going to get comfortable with that because, especially with skins, it can change very quickly.
Play Cheryl Bernard and Russ Howard for a second. How good was that Cooey shot there for your team?
Amazing. He really wanted to throw it too because Ben came down and he was like, hey guys, what about this? And Kevin didn't even wink. Like, he was throwing it. He was going to make it.
Do you miss being out there?
I do. Like, it's just exciting to be a part of curling in any aspect. So I'm just happy to be here and we're having a great time.
Great job and best of luck going forward. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you very much.
Debbie McCormick has really been, anyways, a face of curling for the U.S., a 2-time USA Women's Curler of the Year. So here are the matchups for the afternoon tomorrow. These are the team games. Chelsea Carey against Suzuki Fujisawa. And it'll be McCormick against Sterna. And then in the mixed, here it will be as Mark Kennedy is going to skip the team against Torger Nergård. So 2 mixed games, or 1 mixed game rather, and 2 team games on the ice tomorrow when we join you at 4:30 Eastern Time.
Chatted a bit with Lainey Peters from Chelsea Carey's team, and she said they were very excited to get chosen to play the skins because of the upcoming Banff skins. They haven't played a lot of skins, so for them, you know, great opportunity to.
Extremely different mindset, isn't it?
It is.
You don't see that very often out of Langer, just a fraction heavy on the freeze, and that makes all the difference. Wide open hit here.
Jamie Sinclair with a 3-0 lead over the reigning women's world champion, Vivian Felcher. And she gets ready to throw her last. And once again, looking at nothing but red.
Been every end.
And 1 yellow it is. Much better, Russ, I thought, in terms of her weight selection. Didn't overthrow it.
Brought it back down. That's right.
Whoa, hurt! Whoa, whoa.
Sorry, Mark.
Good shot. Good shot, Mark.
Reed Carruthers with a steal of 1 in the 3rd to take the lead on Thomas Ulsrud.
A lot of options for Nicholas here. They can roll behind the red. They'd like to roll long behind their own.
Opens up the blank end here too now.
Whoa. Yep. Forward. Oh. Okay. Andra nog bara.
9 seconds.
I think you're going to get so far out there, though, it's going to come off that hill and we're going to poke out the other side. I think we have to try it. I think the out turn's a 30% chance of hitting the house. Well, you just saw Brent. Yeah.
Wow, you hear that? They haven't been out wide enough to play the out turn, so Mark has zero confidence on it. Out turn because of he's left-handed. This is his in.
You're close. I think you're close. Line's good.
Wait, only.
Line track here. Be careful.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Doesn't have to curl.
I know.
Line's perfect. Line's
Doesn't have to
perfect.
curl.
Get it
Just 8 foot,
4 foot.
Benny.
Easy, 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 easy.
No.
Whoa,
Yep, yep.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nice, Mark.
Mark.
Nice, Mark. Real good.
This kind of ice puts so much pressure on the sweepers. You sweep it a little too much and it does come out the other side and another extra foot of slide.
A little bit. Like it was last night on that spot now.
Up! Down! Push!
Oof.
Shot.
Okay.
We talked in the opening, Oscar's going to have to hang in there against Mark, and Mark just does that to everybody. Puts enough pressure on him so that you break. He nearly had that one.
I think edge of the rings, or you think that's max?
Guard, Kev?
Yep.
2/3.
Toughest shot out here, the guard.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm not sure this is the right idea because of this. Could split the rings.
That's max, Benny, for...
No, I like that ice scoop.
Yeah, this just has to be so perfect. It has to be halfway to tight because otherwise you can get at the shot stone. Can't over curl on either side and show a piece.
That's halfway.
We're not tight. Line's good. We're not tight. Not tight.
Halfway.
I don't think so. Gotta wait for it. Go.
Line's
Gotta
good.
wait for it.
We're going to have to go for weight, my friend.
Go then, line's good.
Hard, Brent. Hard, Brent. Come on, let's go.
Real tight.
Go.
Hard.
Go.
Hard.
Go.
Keep her going.
Hard.
Good.
Okay.
Very nice carry. And that little late finish will cover 3/4 of it, not a little more.
Come on, let's go.
Real tight.
Go.
Hard.
You hear the communication on where it's going to be, and then Mark has to decide whether they need to go on it.
Isn't it? I think so.
They like it.
Få ena in där så kan du spela en 11 take.
Absolut.
Så länge jag inte kommer upp och tjappar garden så är det okej.
Ja.
Bara ta garden och vicka in också.
Stickier in this side.
Höga
Ooh,
träd.
that's tough.
Yes.
Nice thing here is you throw a hackish board weight, you could chop off that top one, maybe get lucky in behind the corner guard. I'd love to take this out and stay, and you still have the blank availability, but that's tough.
Nicholas Edin. Vrano. Sundgren. Watch that guard now. There it is. And away it goes. And where will this stop now?
Also.
Shot.
And it's going to spin back on itself. Undercover.
The proper weight. Good things can happen.
Are you going here or are you going here?
Nope. I'm trying to go right, like in the 4 foot.
Okay. If you're here, though, he's playing double, isn't he?
Well, I was thinking.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I like that, Mark.
Where'd you have here?
I had edge of 8.
Okay.
Like I'm just about edge of rings to drop button, right?
Yeah.
It looks like a lot to throw because you throw it that much harder, Cheryl. Will it bend enough to miss your own?
Right. Trying to set this up so that any double attempt you'll roll out with your shooter by Nicholas.
I think what you just threw was tight guard, so 6 more feet than that.
But do you think it's heavier in here?
Not there.
I think it's real close. At the end, it might not glide.
6
the
more
best.
feet than what you just threw. Throw me an 80.
6 more feet's not enough, because that only goes to here.
Okay.
You swept it a lot.
Okay.
Sliver last, Mark.
The ice up a bit, I think it's a good idea.
This really needs to get to the edge of the 4 on the other side.
We got room.
We have no
Hebert
line.
and Lang backing off now.
Get ready. It's gonna be grand. Back 4. Yep. We have to bump it. We have to move it. Oh. Okay.
And they move it up. And they are sitting the 2.
A little lucky, I think.
Yeah, not bad actually.
Pretty good.
It was way too much ice here, wasn't it? Once you throw that extra weight, it's not going to break.
Trycka ner.
Weight's like...
Missar du den precis så går det under i alla fall om du skulle gå så liksom. Då går det
Can you
under.
play it off the back of the left hand?
I think so.
På håret.
Finns den där?
Kanske inte för 2.
Lite tur då.
Check the scoreboard here. You can hit and stay too, and you're up to 2.
Vi behöver dock bara få
I
den
like your call because of that.
Yeah, because there's really no risk if you
Se om du är underkant här.
just roll in for shot
Då är
fine. If you happen
överkanten
to
då
catch
mer
that
högre upp än mitt på stenen.
center line red
Där du träffar den.
enough, you might get your deuce.
I alla fall 40% undersida.
Sikta på en 70% ungefär träff då. Hoppas på att det räcker.
Ja, då får vi 1 i alla fall skulle jag säga.
Precis. Även om man tar 90
Like half of it with firm.
Right. Maybe a hair thicker because you don't want. I think at less than half it might scoot underneath.
Right. Make sure you get your...
Very fortunate where that stopped.
I think the weight was pretty good. It's just like you said, too much ice.
Yeah, just not going to break when you throw that extra.
I think. Rather see him get out to it.
Oh, wow.
Bang, bang, kick it back. Oh, and not far enough.
Can't do that.
Alltid blir stulna i fjärde där.
Fighting their way back from 2 down. A steal of 1. Cooey and Edin were locked at 2 through 4. When we come back, we'll introduce you to the first park on the Las Vegas Strip.
The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Think of it as an oasis in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip. This is the park, a chance to step away from the hustle and bustle.
And if all this looks familiar, it should, because this has become the new trend when you revitalize your downtown and build a new arena. The park here in Las Vegas now has become an entertainment center. Brand new theater, lots of restaurants. It's a gathering place. And this park then leads to the plaza, which leads to the brand new T-Mobile Arena.
It's just like 8th Avenue in Calgary, TD Bank Place in Ottawa, or Granville Street in Vancouver. A place to socialize, relax, explore, all the while taking in the sights, the sounds, the tastes. This is the park in Las Vegas.
The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Scotties Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud to support the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. By Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. And by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Well, of course, here in the arena, it's about the games. Outside the arena, it's about the fun. And last night, after the evening draw, Team World gathered and hit the Las Vegas Strip. Thomas Olsrud, Christopher Swan, as you see Nicholas Edin climbing into their World limousine. And this limousine stretched and stretched and stretched almost around the world. This one was large enough to take the entire World team to downtown Las Vegas. Saturday night in Las Vegas as we continue. Tomorrow it'll all be about skins play here at the Continental Cup. Nicholas Edin took an early lead with a couple, but then Cooey with one, and then the steal of one. Welcome you back. And to the 5th we go. Again, we're just playing 8 ends. Won't break any ties. These games are each worth 1 point in the race to 30 and a half and a Continental Cup win. And it will be Nicholas Edin that does have the last rock playing the Yellowstone. So we check the numbers after 4. And Cooey's number is a little off, but it's interesting. The hit percentage for Edin, and then that last shot of his gave up the steal, an indication that he is off on his game, where his draw percentage is off the charts at 94%. The numbers after 4 brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
It's funny how the game of curling goes. It's Kevin Cooey all the way down looked like he was going to set up the easiest double for a 2 that Nicholas probably didn't deserve, and Cooey had a good end going, but where it stopped, it kind of tricked Nicholas into trying even for him, a low percentage shot. And we were talking about it in the break. Hit and stay, you're up 2, take your chances. And sure, you have to respect Cooey and his ability to come back, but you're Nicholas Edin. You're having a good year, 2 up playing 5 would have been pretty good. It's funny how that ended up. Now it's a ball game tied.
And maybe it is. You're having such a good year that you're just so used to making all those. And but I'm with you. Just make sure for sure you get your 1.
Yeah, it wasn't far off.
Well, we've seen this pattern before. If you believe in having your last rock in the even ends, this is the 5th, and so they're playing for the blank. Edin with last rock.
Sometimes it's time management for Mr. Cooey, because they burned a pile of time in end number 3.
Slide better now.
You learn a lot.
Easy. Try right here.
Reed Carruthers leading by 1 over Thomas Olsrud. Torgrim Nergård has the brush down for his skipper out of Oslo.
Whoa. Yeah.
The Olympic silver medalist in Vancouver, Christopher Svah. Over by Pettersson, it'll crash in front. And that is a steal of 2 and a 5-2 lead going to the break. So right now, Team North America leading in 2. And the 3rd game is tied. That's our game. Jamie Sinclair continues to lead over Binia Felcher. And that's where we want to go, as it was 3-1 at the end of 4. 1 there. And I'm just wondering if that's biting at the top. Doesn't look like it from this angle, but you never know. So it's certainly an open draw for 2 for Jamie Sinclair.
We're right behind the sheet, and Jamie's had control this entire game. I don't think Benya's had an opportunity for 2 in the entire game. And what a fabulous experience for this team. You know, you're packed house in the United States, young team like this to play this well. That's against a 2-time world champion.
As mentioned, Sinclair, her parents were in the military, serving and in a program in Anchorage. That's where she was born, and went back to Ottawa, where she grew up. Actually played with Rachel Holman, won a CIS with the Carleton Ravens, beat Kelsey Rock in that CIS final, and now she ends up getting the call from the U.S. program. I hear you've got a U.S. passport. Yeah. How would you like to join our program? Okay.
Great opportunity. They played a lot this year too in order to get the opportunity to have a chance to be at this event, because they were running neck and neck with Nina Ross' team.
And here we go. Played with Rachel Homan, 2007 Canada Winter Games. And there she is. Jamie Sinclair, who threw the lead for Rachel Homan. And they won the gold medal. Emma miscue there, my goodness. Ladies, you haven't changed at all. Congratulations on that. Wow. Right?
Can't hide anywhere.
No.
They find you.
That U.S. program, they're trying to, rather than just do what we do here with our Canadian team competition, we have a wonderful junior program in all the provinces and territories. They just are trying to model somewhat after the Swedish program, and taking players and putting them together. For Sinclair, this is her third new team in 3 years.
Yeah, which this was their goal, because they're a new team, of playing a ton and fast tracking some of the teamwork.
And that was the goal of Nicholas Edin, to get the blank. And he does. 2-2 when we come back to Las Vegas. The Orleans Arena on this Saturday night. It's the World Financial Group Continental Cup. Our final team play evening. Tomorrow it'll all be about the skins format. Women's, men's, mixed teams. We'll have the 2 draws for you at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time and 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The blank in 5 means it remains a 2-2 tie. And it'll be Nicholas Edin that has had the last rock. He has the hammer here in 6, playing the Yellowstone.
Got room on this one. Line's good though. Line's good. Line's good. Line's good.
See Cooey try and go as hard as he can for a steal here.
Ben's first rock really curls on him. Can't seem to grab that center line.
Whoa. Whoa.
Close that hole.
Let's grab. Yeah. Good spot.
Nicholas knows exactly what Kevin Cooey's up to by launching up those 2 guards.
Bra fart.
He's trying to go all in to get at least the force or his steal.
Bak 4. Kan eka. Måste eka också.
runt andra.
Vi är förbi.
Känns topp 4 nu nästan.
Topplock. T-line minst.
Det stannar nog heller.
Ja då. Det är okej. 13-1.
Not where you wanted that one.
No. Buried around the other guard.
Be top line, T-line.
What do you think?
Line's fine.
I don't want to kill the line. But I think we're a little light still.
Go ahead if you like.
Top 4.
Go ahead if
freeze
you
it.
like.
Line's good.
Line's
Line's
good.
Right to it.
Keep going. Keep
Right
going.
to it.
Keep going.
Just for weight. Just for weight.
Come on. Good shot. Get shot.
Go, Brent.
What a great shot. Team shot. Thrown well, brushed well.
Shot.
Gillar nog dra efter samma och tappa tjapp. Du kan ta hårdet. Tar man tungt i den så gör man ju dubbeln. Förhoppningsvis har vi kvar cornern, men jag tror jag gillar att gå efter den då.
Okej.
It's actually a port if you throw it hard enough.
Hålet har vi kvar sen. Bak 4. Får vi lösa det lite grann.
that hole with the center line through it?
Yeah, it is there with the in turn, but
wow.
Then you'd have to throw it really hard, otherwise you'd cross it and jam that red one anyways. But they might, if they can get this on top of it, they might give that a go if they have a chance. Small though, isn't it?
It is.
En, bak 8. Bak 4,
Rasmus
bak 8.
Vrano.
Wow, wow.
Ta den nästan.
Rasmus has really struggled with his
Bak 12,
draw.
ja. Nästan igenom.
I think Nicholas talked about if the weight's good, we can tap it. But the problem is throw for a draw again. It's that, you know, ice where you've just got to throw a straight draw. If you freeze, fine, can use it. But if you throw to make the tap.
Yeah, exactly. The teams you're playing are just too good to throw a 0. You know, it's anywhere light, you can do something with it.
Similar. I got more.
It's heavier.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think you're close, guys.
Line
Oh, it's
only.
heavier.
Line only.
Brent Lang. Kennedy, Hebert, nothing yet.
Heavy.
Don't
Or are they just ready to pounce?
Ever.
We're not good.
This looks like the same path.
A little lighter than the last one.
No, Mark.
Still going. Isn't that something?
Is it ever?
It's hard to believe.
Poängen är viktigare än att hålla på.
Jag gillar ni. Jag gillar att ta en poäng. Ja, jag med, men det är svårt att göra det. Slå i hålet.
Jag kan gå en outhand i hålet.
Kom igen, Karla.
Inhand.
Hur mycket som helst på inhanden där. Dubbla garderna då.
You could ever get through with the out turn.
Med båda garderna täcker tapparna.
Slightly
Jag klarar
tougher.
den, tar det tungt i den så gör vi förhoppningsvis dubbeln.
Even if you open it up.
Well, that's why you play
Yeah.
it, I think, because it's 6th end. You want to control the game here, get rid of something. Hopefully, for Nicholas' sake, he hits the top guard and gets both of them.
Det minskade ju förra gången på en normal take.
Let's go over to the game between Ulsrud and Carruthers. Carruthers scored deuce. Actually stole 1 and 3 and stole 2 and 4 to lead 5-2. I'm not sure if there's enough room here with Ulsrud's last rust to come down and maybe touch that red between those rocks and bring the yellow one on the edge into play. That's a tough angle.
It's there, but he needs a bit of speed too.
Final stone. Christopher Sva. Corin Airgård. Overvad Pettersson. Punch it through and sit. There's the one. And now they take a look. And tell us, boys, 1 or 2, please.
I think we're close, Cam. Huh?
And the way they kicked it around, I'm going to guess 1. Oh, wait, I could be wrong.
I think from the reaction, I guess that one
was just a single.
Could have come up another inch or 2 to clip that back one.
Oh, they gave them the deuce. It was 2. I was more excited for them for 2.
That's good. Easy.
Stop for line.
I think we got to get it in the house, don't we?
Yeah.
Justin, yeah, keep her going, try and poke her out.
Hey, Mark. And poke it out they do. Just a little bit.
That's crazy.
That was supposed to be a guard. And
Good call on sweeping, though. It looked like it might have stopped, but no chance.
Neither team played that side for that reason.
that was the side Merck didn't want to play, remember?
That was half an hour ago, so it's even worse now.
It's been sitting.
Alltså, beroende på fart så. Backline. Ja. Vad gillar du för is här? De ekar ju, då skenar det ju in, men här någonstans, eller mer?
Can you guess the right speed, let alone the curl?
Lite mindre.
You're probably talking like at least board weight here to tap this thing behind the tee line.
Håll igång lite. Känns bak 4, bak 8. Vänta. Ja, bra linje. Kommer nu. Japp. Bak 4, bak 8. Hårt! Bak 8. Bak 4.
Oscar Eriksson.
Hårt.
Sundgren.
Bak 4.
Vrano
Håll det.
on the brush. And now they've gotten a little separation. What's the angle like?
Pretty good. It overcurled slightly. They wanted to unlock that and sit right on the nose.
What are you thinking? You know, hitting the back one's not bad. Peel the back one out of there.
I don't know. What are you thinking?
Sure. Guard?
Probably guard or freeze.
Well, yeah. It's a little tricky, but...
Well, I know.
I'll see what they like. And he hasn't said a word, so I'm thinking guard.
You got to keep an eye on that one. It would obviously jam on the back yellow, but it would if you stuck it, it would be too buried for Nicholas. But Nicholas also has that tap, and he has the chip to chip that out clean.
That's an interesting thought here that Ben has. Could they, in fact, play off that yellow and slide in behind and make it 2 reds to back it?
Very true.
And time's been called.
It's like this, Mark? Yeah, I thought about it. I like that a lot. If
just
you
don't
can
miss
make
an arrow.
It takes this away too, right? Even if he knows it, it's not the end of the world. Not really.
I don't like that.
No.
It's going to be pretty easy double. If
Nose
he knows
is
it,
terrible, yeah. What do you like, Rick?
I didn't have the good angles over there. Can he get at that? He can get at that now, eh?
This, yeah. You can
I
see
mean,
it.
I kind of like you throwing it in here, and if you just move it an inch, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Right? And if you end up there, really good. It's not terrible.
Oh, that's the best, isn't it?
This side's
I think
tough.
this is a
Even if you
little-
were shorting it on that line dead in front of the red, eh? Is that okay?
I think that's the best, Brent.
Even if you're short of it.
What can he do with this? He probably can get. He definitely can just about get to nose.
Oh, yeah,
You can throw board weight and hit and stay on that.
And he's got the pick, too.
Yeah.
Right now, you can hit in lie 3.
If we come in here and he bumps it, he's got 3 and all in there. We're in a little bit of heat. I think we throw a guard and make him at least
make the double.
Try the double peel, yeah.
Okay, I just think you want to be throwing it to be fairly tight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the options playing into the forfeit could leave Edin some really good shots, so the guard might be trying to get them to waste a shot.
Well, it's a lot easier on this side. It's so sticky.
To be precise and get that.
Right.
I like that shot Ben called, but
I'll try to keep
tough
it
to
out there a
make.
little better, okay?
Well, you ever take your own, you're dead, and if you knows it, you're giving up a double. So this makes so much more sense. But it's a little tricky like this. Make the other guy make a good one.
Line's good.
Lots of rotation here. Really smart
Where
move
we
by
at?
Mark. It cuts through
Tight
that
guard.
frost a little bit.
Line's good. Easy.
Got to
You're
stop.
starting to see some now, are you?
Yes.
Line's good. Whoa.
You can see the discoloration in the ring, certainly.
Good shot, Mark. Good. Pretty good, Mark. That's hard to get over there. He could probably nose his. Tried. Good throw. Thought it was enough. Should have swept it early. That was stupid.
They still think with the amount of curl, Kui's team, that guard over curled.
Oh, yes. To get the yellow one, to get to nose the yellow one would be awfully hard, but they could certainly pick the red one.
Inte så lätt att sticka. Råkar man sticka den så är det ganska sent.
Öppnar man upp den i alla fall. Men
30 and a half is what you need. North America coming in with a 7-point lead in this team play on this Saturday night in Las Vegas.
Skenade ju inte in på det där.
jag trodde den skulle börja kalla mer än vad den gjorde faktiskt.
Får man inte så mycket effekt.
Kommer
Kommer bara dit och limmar de på en till.
What about just coming down to freeze?
Ja.
Kind of choke the things off, having it, but even if you tick the yellow a little bit, and then you've got that angle raise on the other side.
Time called by Nicholas Edin.
I like that,
Kan du
Russ.
spela dubbeln på garderna? Nu har vi 2 stäng kvar.
Maybe come down into that area or even bump that one over just a little bit. And then
Problemet
it's
med den
like we
där är
always
att den
talk
tar bort
about.
den.
You've got that. You might have that. Kevin Kui can't guard both of them. You're taking a bit of a risk because we're down to the last skip rocks here. So you really would love to score.
1, 2, 3 red. They belong to Jamie Sinclair, leading 5-1. Final stone on the way for the reigning women's world champion, Inia Felcher. And sitting at the top, is that enough?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
One yellow.
One yellow. 5-2 Sinclair leads. She'll have the last rock going to 7.
Den är ju, jag ser 5 centi minus då, men det kommer ganska bra. Behöver bara få ut den, men det är inte kul om man tickar den
I
hit.
like the pick or getting rid of the red if you make it, but if you don't, you're in a lot of trouble.
Ja.
Jag behöver väl öppna garder kanske då.
Nära på att dubbla dem, men det är inte helt lätt dubbel heller.
Nej, jag ser det, men...
Ja, sätter man den så kommer det i bästa fall att sitta i kornen. Då är hela den här sidan borta ändå.
Den känns väldigt stängd just nu ändå. Stänger den.
Vi har ju skjutit ner på 2 alla gånger.
Ja. Spela andra vägen och hoppas på något bra resultat då.
Eller, alltså, tar man en tjock så den tar tunt så kan man få den gå under också naturligtvis. Men, ja, dra lite fart, den kommer ju gå relativt rakt i det här spåret. Så förutom vi bara ut någonting från mitten så borde vi...
2/3 känns som den nattar.
Ja, det gör det.
I wonder what he's telling them. It would really help me and our team if you threw it into the bumper more often. He's a wonderful man, Paul Trulson.
I want them to get rid of some guards. That's, I think it's,
hit the middle one, just across the face.
Yeah.
He wants them to get rid of the guards, Paul said.
I know, but they're hoping to save it and get through.
Whoa, 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 yep.
Oscar Eriksson. 1-2, open it up. Boy, you know what? You look at that now. That yellow over there was something that they may have been able to run in.
Now they can't.
And now they can't.
It's gone.
Very good point.
Wow. That little red one just followed it over. Look at it come over here. Now, that was the one they could have run in, and not anymore.
Not as easy, but they still might be able to play the redirect off that red one now.
Yeah, I
That
could
top left 12.
I mean, if we roll any in, yeah, it's...
No, I know.
It's an accident.
It's not going to be...
Yeah, it is an accident.
I think you got to throw this, though. You got to throw it with peel, eh?
Okay, it's that or the guard again.
You guys hate the guard?
Langer, do you hate the guard? What? You hate the guard?
Like, what's he doing if I make a good guard? Just bumping this?
Maybe.
Bumping that one?
Maybe.
You know what?
It's not great for us.
Yeah, I think we got to hit it.
I like getting rid of
Me
it.
too.
But hey, where are you going?
Peel!
Peel?
Yeah.
Benny wanted to hit and roll in.
I guess I'm skipping.
Kevin's down at the other end. Mark doesn't know what they're playing. He's
Great.
hey, come back.
Might just be making it go away here.
Whoa!
Hard, Brett. Hard, Brett.
Yep.
Hard.
Cooey's first.
Hard.
Oh, and he got away with the jam and does make it go away.
That wasn't the call. The problem with Kevin throwing that, if he ever got tight and ticked his own out, you'd be burying a third rock with hammers. At least he missed it the right way. And best Nicholas can do is run the wrong color in here to sit one.
Yeah, just
Missar den och rullar hit någonstans.
straight nose works.
Okay.
Även om jag rullar av så de vill ju inte nolla heller känns som.
Tar du för tjockt så...
Ja.
Could you make the... you
noll-
could hit
nolla,
the
vi
red
kan
on the
alltid
left
hålla
and just sit third shot.
Vi tunnar den här dubbeln då. Fjärdedel.
Ja. Kändes som din ändå curlar lite grann.
Ja.
Tredjedel borde vara
Put something
nära
in
också.
position that they may be able to use with their last. Is that what you're thinking?
Exactly.
Well, yeah. If you sit third, then if Kevin's got a decision to make, he throws a guard, doesn't make a good one, it's a tap for 3.
Okay.
Or you hit the open one, give Nicholas a shot for 2. But the angles are bad for Nicholas here, so I think they're playing the top red in to sit the 1. How they're going to get it buried, I'll never know.
They play it across the top. Does your yellow spring?
Maybe.
Nicholas Edin. Run it back, run it by, and back it up. Now the guards are gone.
That's what he tried, I think, to play the double to sit third, but you could have just sat third by hitting the wide one, but.
Unless you want to go.
Where's a good guard? It has to be.
Unless you want to go spot B right in front of it.
Alltså, frågan vad som är lättare att forsa dem till ett.
Trying to save on that
Eller få
one.
nolla i sjunde också. Får vi en tvåa där i sjunde, för de kommer gå stenhårt för att tvinga på sig.
This is one of those times where it's a bit of a scary. Straight peel.
Yep. Interesting end. They talked about guarding.
They did for a second, but it's so scary.
Yep.
Only chance for Deuce.
Hard, guys. Gotta go. Gotta go.
All the way. And there they go. That is the oddest end you're going to see in a long time.
It's true.
Really. I mean, it's set up for him to steal all the way. There was nothing that Edin could do, and you're afraid of putting the guard on because you can't?
Plus, they'd made it too, Vic. I'm with you on that one. It would have been, I think I would have rolled the dice there.
Wow.
And it's pretty slow on that one side. It'd have to go out turn, and Benny's missed that out turn guard a few times.
So the blank goes on the board. Incredibly so. We stay at 2. Don Morris. Final stone. Thiessen. All the way. Thiessen. Got it made. All the way. Through the hole. All the way. Touch it. Yeah, it was an exciting, dramatic finish. North America winning by 1 point here at the Orleans. And a year ago, one of those competitors having a great time was North America's Matt Hamilton. Not only did he help the team win, but he was the unofficial head cheerleader and provided some memorable moments. And Matt is back again this year as a fan, and he's with pride.
Vic, he's a celebrity already. Look at this guy. Slider, Marilyn Monroe, you were pretty busy last year. Matt, you're back now here 1 year later as a fan. You just saw that video. What memories do you have from that year?
Well, it was a pretty amazing tournament, and for the whole thing to come down to one shot, I feel like it was extra special, especially with, like, obviously John Morris had the last shot. He had to. He probably waited in the hack a little extra long so we could make sure he had that last one, but it was a dream scenario.
I just want to be around for Halloween with you. I mean, those are incredible costumes.
Well, I wish I could say I was around on Halloween. I'm normally on the road, but Halloween, when I am around, normally I have something pretty good planned.
So last year you were on this bench. This year behind the bench, but obviously supporting your side and your friends. Tell us how you got here in the process. I understand one of your buddies got you here.
So one of my best friends, Chris Blyes, over on the end there, he told me he would give me miles to fly out here, and then my other good friend, this watcher here, told me he had an extra bed. So I was like, free trip to Vegas to cheer on my friends? Like, that's a no-brainer.
I love it. All right, so as a former player, your team's up. How do they bring it home?
Well, they just got to keep grinding, keep doing what they're doing, and clearly they know how to play this game, and they know where everything's got to go. And as things shake out, they're going to be the ones on top after this thing's all done.
Well, I appreciate your time, and I hope that you'll take me out with you tonight in Vegas.
Oh, absolutely, but I'm not sure if you can keep up.
All right, well, that's why I'm bringing Vic.
Yeah, just bring the anchor. That's me. Yeah, let's go back to bed. Great come around, but it maybe have come a little too far because now the angle raises there and a 2-2 tie. And that world team has that one sitting over there on the edge of the 12-foot that may come into play.
Interesting dilemma here for Team Edin. You've got the double peel. It's up there for a reason. Kui's going to keep hammering away, getting in behind there, trying to force. Yes, you can sit 3 here. You want these rocks playable.
Hårt! 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 Hårt, hårt, hårt.
Oh, man. Oh, that's the worst thing you could have done.
That does not work out well.
It's really off with his speed to Rasmus a little bit in this game. A couple overthrows early, and now when it's, you know, we talked about how slow it is on the wall side, on the side where the fans are. He just didn't give that a chance. Pile of work now to try to blank.
No one a really good force opportunity, if not steal opportunity for.
I think the double peel might have been an option. Cheryl, what do you think?
Wait's real close. Wait's there. Yeah.
Would have been a lonely red there with no guards.
Can't right now.
Well then. Well then.
No.
Then.
Passed it.
No, you're not past it. You're not past it.
No, you're not past.
Good shot, Brent. Good, Brent. That's good, man. Really good. Good throw, bud.
Thomas Ulsrud and Reed Carruthers, and this Carruthers team from West St. Paul has been looking very, very good. And here is their skipper.
Line's perfect.
One point in time,
Don't then.
Ulsrud had 4 buried, all on the forefoot, 2 of them on the butt frozen, 2 guards, and they've worked their way out of this mess to the point that he's still drawing against 2, but it's makeable.
No, never. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
There's the 1, there's the 2, and 1 it is. 6-4.
Unbelievably good out of that.
You just keep giving chances to double peel.
Thinking this?
Yeah, we're thinking roll low.
Just like an inch low.
Well, you don't want to get under here and leave him this double.
We're thinking of bumping that to the back 4.
I don't know if that's necessary. Well, I'm worried that if we don't, he's going to have a...
Okay, I don't hate that.
That's the problem. Could freeze over there if you knew how to do that.
What are you playing?
Nah, this is better, Mark.
Okay, let's bump it to the back 4, guys. Unbunch him, eh?
Yeah, just as on Kevin's concern, if they didn't bump it enough, they'd leave a double. So back 4 doesn't leave a red double and rolls their shooter maybe a little bit, so they're corner frozen.
I think, Kevin, it's such a good situation all of a sudden that instead of let's just force, maybe we can get a steal out of this.
How's the weight? Whoa!
Line's good. Room.
Back 8.
Whoa! Weight's good.
Back 8.
Whoa!
Back 12.
Mark Kennedy is
No!
Lang and Hebert back off.
Just missed that. On this one.
And
Good shot.
bumps it back. I thought they were trying to play the straight back bump. Ended up catching their own, but they're sitting 2 around the edge of the 4 as we check in on Sinclair and Felcher. And there's 1 in play, and I'm just trying to think if there's the second one biting somewhere. Amy Sinclair now with the draw. Colt didn't see the second stone, but there has to be if she's playing the draw.
Still running. Room if you can. A lot of room. Vicky, if you can. Hard, guys. T-line. Looks pretty good.
There's 1. And where are you hiding to?
It's pretty buried, that yellow one.
Okay, so she drew for the single and leads at 6-2.
Impressive game from Team Sinclair.
No
issue.
issue.
Yeah, very much.
No, figuring out draw weight.
Yeah, it's a...
Slash dubbeln.
We weren't sure what to expect from her, a young team.
Ha
Still trying to find their way.
Vi sitter den där nere då.
And the new team here with all world champions and Canadian champions. It's pretty nerve-wracking.
Packed building. You know, there's just so many distractions that she wouldn't quite be used to. Can you get them all here? I don't know. You got to get pretty tight to that guard.
Oscar Eriksson on 2, and they'll go across the top of the shot stone. And that comes back. And now 2nd, 3rd, and 4th belong to Nicholas Edin.
That's scary.
Wow.
Watch this, Cheryl. Who says skips can't sweep?
Yeah.
Watch. Look at that. Look at that.
Now, we sometimes will talk about the sharpness of the stone, right? Is that the frost also helping it out?
Yes. Yes, exactly. Still good room here for Mark.
I got really good.
The unfortunate part is the one red one is exposed to some degree.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Line's good. Looks there.
A little heavy. Not
Line's
bad.
good.
No, we're heavy. A little heavy. Line only. A little heavy, but we're
Weight's
second
good. Weight's
shot.
good. Weight's good.
Room.
You just can't leave a red double.
It's got to stop.
Anywhere.
Nice shot, Mark. Nice, Marcus.
Really good.
Good job, bud.
Never got behind that one. The double was on.
Yeah.
Quite good.
Just came down at the end.
Great shot.
Ganska tjockt. Ja. Ja, väldigt nära chappen. Vilken hand gillar du? Samma.
Remember, there were 2 red guards out front, and they ignored it. With Rasmus out turn, he came up light. Then they tried the double peel 1 shot later. Only got 1 of them, and that's why this shot's so hard.
Whoa. Whoa.
He'll just open it up, roll the shooter away.
Yeah,
I'd way rather him play that than this.
Pat heard that. No, I don't. Gotcha. You got to throw some handle. Dead guard on that.
Yeah. Middle at 12.
Yeah. Are you trying to be tight or halfway?
2/3, probably half.
Because I think middle's max for halfway.
Okay, give me a bit less than.
Straight guard on the yellow.
2/3, Mark.
I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think you want
2/3.
this actually that tight. Like.
Do you like this?
Pretty close, yeah.
Yeah, it's tricky because you don't want it too tight because it's easier to run in. You don't want it too high because you could leave something exposed on the yellow.
Room. Lots of room. Lots of room.
Tight, real tight, top
Okay, it's
12.
Kevin
Benny's.
Cooey in his first.
Here's okay.
Skip
Yeah,
Stones
we're there.
Okay, get here then.
in this 2-2
Gotta throw
ties.
anyway.
We play
Keep going,
in 7.
Benny. Keep going. Gotta go. Gotta go. Get fourth shot.
You're going to bounce.
Yep.
Oh, that's not a good spot.
Ouch.
Is there a little overlap there?
Oh, I think enough.
There better be.
Yeah, because
I think there's enough room here. You just got to whisker that one because that middle, this one's gone, that one's gone, and this middle rock, if he does get it, it'll really be spinning. And that'll allow it to go that much farther.
What do you need, a quarter of shot stone?
Yes, that's all. Eh? Wow.
So,
It's got to be perfect though.
stopped another inch higher and this isn't there.
Right.
Kolla hur mycket jag kan träffa. Vad du tror att det blir.
Would it make any sense to run in the yellow one? You could hit the yellow one, bury it, make the double. Because if you don't make this, I don't mind
Tror
that,
inte du
Cheryl.
kan. Är det linje för åt dönet? Chappa här. Då touchar du den, men den kan nog stanna om den smiter precis. Nu har du den dubbeln. Okay.
they were so afraid of brushing it too far that it would bounce open. They could have brushed it just that little more to corner, freeze it. Edin straight back, and he got it, and away it goes to sit 4. Wow.
Precision.
Great throw, great call. Oscar Eriksson.
That went through that yellow rock.
Six 6-4. Reed Carruthers leads Thomas Ulsrud.
Reed Houdini, he was in trouble again. Made a beauty with his first one. hit and rolled right underneath those corner guards with the second one and took away the two-ender.
Yeah, sitting right on the edge of the 8 T line.
Forced Thomas to 1.
I don't think the 7 goes.
Full 8. Full 8. Full 8.
Yeah, you're good. Good.
Oh, goodness. Steal of 1.
Like, these are close enough together that you're always going to be going.
So how close is this? Watch.
Oh,
you know what? It looked like it did.
It did. It did. It did go through
away
it.
with it, yeah.
Probably redirected it better
Watch
to make
this.
the shot.
Watch. It glanced it. It really did. I mean,
Yep. If it gets by clean, it probably stuffs
Yeah,
it.
I think it made the shot by rubbing.
Yep.
Maybe. To be honest, I don't know. I think he just threw it really hard at the hole and hope to
Which
get
one you
lucky.
got to hit first to make the
If we're playing
triple?
this.
well, this would be considered an upset, as the reigning world champion, Vinnie Felcher, is taken down by Jamie Sinclair and her team from the U.S. High Performance Program. Make the final 6-2, and an additional point for Team North America, now leading it by 8.
Let's go, guys.
You got to pick one. Which one are you doing?
I think I try and hit.
Throw it hard at the hole. Tighter one.
Yeah.
We just saw a
I agree.
brilliant triple. If Kevin feathers that inside one, he makes the double for fun and goes right through to that back one.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa. It's close.
Yep.
And got it. Oh, goodness, fellas. How good is that in those 2 shots? Squirt through. To touch 3. And certainly cuts down Nicholas Edin. And this will now give him the chance for the deuce.
This becomes a huge shot here.
Sundgren, Vrano, Eriksson calling line. For the 2, Nicholas Edin will take the lead. 2 of the finest shots you're going to see in a long time here at the Continental Cup.
The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. The 2017 World Financial Group Continental Cup of Curling is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada, by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice, and by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
Well, they now get to watch. Congratulations to Jamie Sinclair, Alex Carlson, Vicky Persinger, and Monica Walker out of that U.S. High Performance Program in Blaine, Minnesota, after their win over Vinnie Felcher, 6-2, to pick up another point for Team North America. As we watch now Kevin Cooey trying to come back, down by 2 as we play 8. And Cooey does have last rock. He has the hammer playing the Redstone. 2 to tie. I mean, split of the points. You're just saying, though, Russ, you know, you go back to Cooey's decision not to blank or not to play the guard in 6 that led to the blank.
Yep. Yeah, we all know why he didn't do it, because look at that, like they're going off the sheet at the end, so it's hard to make that guard perfect, and the respect he had for Nicholas's hitting ability. But because Nicholas is so good, when you're not going to get too many chances, that might have been his best one.
We have seen some terrific shot making. You go back to that third. Cooey got himself a single, then ended up stealing one in 4. Then the blanks. That blank in 6, though, maybe talking points should they lose this. And then, of course, those 2 back-to-back shots, first by Edin and then by Cooey. Triples. Fantastic curling. The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
It's good. Hey, line's good. A little bit of room. Close, though.
Line should get there. Make it usable.
Right across the line. Yep. Keep her going.
Keep going.
Right up. Right up. Yep.
Good. Very good. Spot. Yeah. That's a mistake.
Rundan är bättre nästa gång. Gillar du den memen? Han kommer i runda sen. Det är väl det han vill.
Dangerous call.
Ja, fast det är ju inte en lätt rundning menar jag. Okej. Kör den om ni gillar den då. Gör de den så klipper jag ändå garden på nästa så är det ändå bara 2 tempo. Ja, okej. Kör vi det.
Boy, you hit the red one, Cheryl. They've got double guards.
Båda. Gillar ni garden
Team North America zips a couple around, maybe gets 3.
That's what they want.
There we go. Changed it up.
Ja. Ja.
It's funny. Ben and Mark were running away there after the shot, and Nicholas looked like he called for the hit, and I heard Mark say, "That's a mistake." Not loud enough for Nicholas to hear it. But.
A little more back I got, Langer. Line's similar. Okay, weight's there. A little bit extra. No, weight's good. A little more than last time. I know. Just let this one stop. Yours. Let this stop. Let this stop. Oh, doesn't need to curl. Yes, it does. Curls. Good, Brent.
Kan man inte sylta den på den så kan man ju gå inte man kan nudda den. Vi skulle kunna ge den här ett försök. Det är bara så luft. Ja. Den här är ändå ett problem nu. Ja, jag håller med.
Across the top of the yellow, you might catch the back red.
Wouldn't that be something?
Nej. Jag gillar den. Om jag inte chappar då. Chapp liksom. Men då är den inte inne i bot i alla fall. Nej. Jag spelar den. Ska jag träffa 3/4 eller? Ja. Rulla avslag sen. Ja, absolut.
Oscar Eriksson coming across, angle it back, catch it, sure does. Left his stone there as well as the Cooey stone, so still something to hide behind.
Yeah, that wasn't quite. They want to hit it a little higher side, and they would have not left those guards and cut the back one.
Now it's a red one you'd be running in if you're Team World.
Well, the rhythmic applause has begun here for Reed Carruthers. He leads by 3 and has a chance to run Thomas Ulsrud out of stones. Reed Carruthers. He'll be a force at the curling trials, and he'll pick up a win. Make the final. 7-5. And a win for another point for Team North America. Extending it now to 19-10.
De kommer undan vad vi än gör, men kan vi stanna där så blir det mindre att dra på i alla fall. Okej, jag kan spela en 7. Ja.
Real interesting situation. You don't want to roll too far away from the center line because you know what Mark's going to do. He's going right around that double guards. I was thinking maybe leave it closer to the line and have an in-off.
Something to come off of.
Yeah.
Real close. Right there, though.
Line's a sliver tight.
Didn't get the curl last time.
Okay, line's up. Hold on, hold on.
Don't wanna. Back 8. Line's good. No, it's gonna stop.
Needs to stop for everything.
Could curl too much with this weight.
Take that a turn. Jeez. Yeah. Go, 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 go. Okay.
Isn't that amazing, eh?
You have to be so precise on this ice.
We all talk about all the time having lots of handle. Mark does every time religiously, but there's so much frost out there. It got to the hog line, kind of lost its handle, and that's when it's going to take that big curl.
Reminder Sports Center coming up. NFL playoffs. Atlanta, New England, both winners. Highlights, NHL, busy Saturday, of course. And the big story here in Las Vegas is the Oakland Raiders have filed notice that they want to move to Las Vegas. When the NHL, NFL become a sports city here. Makes it go away. Interestingly, those teams are coming, those leagues are coming, despite the gambling. Remember, because always they used to say you can't go there because of the
take away
the gambling.
Right.
Yeah.
Going off that one I threw last time, right? That guard.
Same speed. Yeah, really
Same
similar
speed
to
as
that.
that.
This spot's fine now, Kev.
Okay.
So a few feet more than that, Koo.
Yep. A little more, Mark. Give me straight middle at 12. Yep.
You bury it really good here, Cheryl. What does Nicholas do? He plays the double run, and he ever jams it on one of those back yellows.
Line's good.
He gives up 3.
Yeah, where's the perfect spot? Just top 4, fighting top 4.
Just buried somewhere. Yeah.
So there's no in off the yellow.
Room, Benny. Hard, Benny. Got to get back here now. Yep. Hard, 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 hard. Come on,
Hard,
boys.
guys, both of you.
Come on, come on, come on. Go, 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 Benny.
Boy, wrap it around, take it back, wrap it around, take it back.
Very nice.
Great. It's all the weight, you know, you're another foot heavy and it comes out the other side. Foot lighter and it doesn't bury.
Spela på kanske hålla den där ute då.
Ja. Eller en frystapp bara. Bara tappa ner den och ligga 2-3. Han har ingen dubbel
1,15 nu.
Det är ju lättare att spela dragningen, men...
Vad gillar ni? Tappa och försöka ligga 1. Eller få ut den.
I guess ideally just come down here and tap it far enough to get down sit 2. You will roll over here and there might be a double, but it's only for the tie. If you can get it out of the 8 foot, it's for the win, but you cannot come down and wreck on this one. You kick that in, there might be a double over here or a triple to win the game. Could even freeze here, Cheryl. Actually, that's what they're doing, I think, with that ice.
Yeah. They decided that it just wasn't enough to play the tap.
Yeah. That red one staring at him, that guard.
Kan vi trycka och ligga 2 är också bra.
Get it out of your line of sight.
Tough shot here, but at the spot in the ice seems pretty calm here now.
I heard Mark say it was up to speed.
Bak 4. Bak 4.
A lot of weight.
Final stone, Nicholas Edin.
Kommer nu.
Leading by 2.
Ekis.
And bumps it back.
Caught in between. Get off that a little more. It's partly behind and he can't make it for 2.
I know. It's starting to get pretty good in here. But I think in tighter, think it might curl though.
So
I mean, I guess let's go off your draw though too, right? You would have been just through.
Yeah, and it was all late still. I'm seeing like
like
back line.
Edin's move was late too.
Yeah, and then they swept it to bump the red to sit 2, but that allowed this yellow to poke out enough that Kevin can make this, but he has to hair that red guard.
Tap it back. Sit 2.
40 seconds.
Split the point as they take a look at the clock.
Probably easier than that.
They both use their timeouts.
Yeah, there's 3 feet of space, okay.
Alltså, det var alltså kören skulle finnas utan problem att spela det här.
Det är så jävla tajt. Den måste breaka på precis rätt ställe.
Team North America has taken both the games so far. Chance here to split the point. Oh, they pick it up right away. Right away, they got him. Hebert and Lang. Kennedy, hard boys, got to get it by those 2 stones. Here they come. Got to get it by those 2. Lang, Hebert, get it by. No, they will not. And Nicholas Edin will pick up one more. And more importantly, pick up a big point. A much-needed point for Team World. Make the final 5-2. Edin is a winner over Cooey. Thomas Ulsrud dropped his game to Reed Carruthers. Jamie Sinclair took out the women's world champion, Pinia Felcher. And Nicholas Edin was able to save one for Team World. So on this day, it's a day really dominated by North America as they will go into the final day leading by 8, 19-11. And coming up tomorrow, of course, it's all about the skins play. We'll have men's, women's, and mixed at both 4:30 and 9:30 in the race to 30.5 to claim this year's Continental Cup. Hello, Maryland. Thank you very much. Elvis is in the building. Here in Las Vegas at the Orleans in the Continental Cup on Canada's Sports Leader. TSN. Sports Center is next.